Recap for March 12th. Had some data issues I want to walk through. I got a new chart set up, which could have something to do with it. Lagging data, which we're trying to work through, so I'm trying to document it. But let's go through what NinjaTrader says the results were for today. Traded this account, and it has negative 150, which I was up to something. And you look at the actual account here on Bullnox, and you can see it was 278. So I traded it for 2 days, made 180 the first day, and 2 and change the second day to get me up here. There was a lot of commission here because I had to trade a lot because of the data problems and which lost a lot of trades for me. And I'm going to walk through that and show you what happened, what I did to get through it. My mindset was, so go back here. So anyway, that's the trades. Even if you look at the summary, you can see it's off. But luckily, it looks like Bullnox got the correct amounts. I guess I'm going to show you the video first to show you what was happening at the outset. I don't know if it shows because out of the gate I was down $76 because I couldn't manage trades, which shows how important managing the trades is. Looks like the first couple of trades was up. Yeah, this is all off. But it was down about $75, $80 out of the gate. All this data is wrong. That's not what, the totals from today. But it looks like the right ones are on the chart, which is odd. So 12.2, and I'll explain the new chart setup here. I was trying to start with this chart, and it was giving me hell. So I moved to a different chart, and I got through. I even did some MES trading. But basically, I went back to just a simpler system of trading with less on the chart. The first trade I ever learned was from a company called QuickPop, and they had their cloud, and they had a trade called everybody's favorite trade. And I still, know the concept of the trade. And when I saw this cloud from 123 Trading, you can see it right there, VWAP in the cloud. It reminded me of this trade that I used to take, which was a very high winning percentage trade. So as I was looking at this indicator, I could see the setup worked real well. Now let's see when the market opens at. It's weird. Let me see if it's on here. Okay. All right, so it looks like I was trying to take this trade, and I did. Once this level broke, I played level to level. I only had one contract here, and it was market. I usually don't trade. This is 9:31 and market open, and a winning trade out of the gate. Looks like the second one might have got stopped, but I wasn't able to control the trade. So let's show you the video. Later in the day, I recorded it because I sent the video in to somebody to check out for me to see if they could figure out what the issue was. So here's the recording. This was later in the day. I was on Sim. And you're going to see once I get in the trade, I was using some automation here. This is a company called Renko Momentum Traders. A guy named Max owns the company. So I'm using a bunch of different tools here along with the Trading 123 Cloud. And this is a perfect example of the setup. You can see the cloud goes green. I don't take the trade at this point, even though it's at an arrow there. I'm waiting for the pullback. The first touch is going to be my trade for the most part. And then I got to get room to get paid. And you got to be confident that this level is indeed going to break. And I do like this setup. So once it breaks, if I hit by reversal, I'll explain these things in a minute. By reversal, once I see some purple candles, I hit by reversal, it will get the trade in here. And my ATM, I think it goes for 7 points and 25 points with a follow stop. Once I hit 7 points, it's not a losing trade. It starts to, 2 ticks and it follows it as far as it can. Or if I move my target, and I usually move it right before this level. So that would be the setup. So you're going to see this, and when I get into the trade, I hit indicators again just to make sure my Ludwig level's on there, and then it locked me out. And it unfreezes, but then I can't even close the trade. You're gonna see just the freeze ups. There we go. Let me see how we get in here. Okay, it takes the trade. So this is with Ludwig's on. Okay, I just tried to check it, and now Ninja is frozen. And you can see I got a lot of your stuff not visible. And this is a video. I made some vocals on it, but I just want to put less on the chart. So I'm gonna hit play. Let me fast forward. The ATM. So now you can see my crosshairs are gone. So I hit. Let me put that back so you can see it. I hit close here. And it wipes out, it's new, so I don't know exactly what it does. Well, I hit close, and it doesn't close the trade. It closes my targets and stops. But I'm still in the trade, and now Ninja won't close. My crosshair's gone. I am in this trade. So this was going on today, and that's how I lost. Finally, after like 30 seconds or a minute, it releases. And then I can close it. In this case, I won the trade, but this morning I lost it. And then I had to fight out of it. So anyway, that was what was going on. And my mindset wasn't like, poor me. I was more, all right, we got a data freeze. Let's work through it, get through the trading day, and then figure out later what's done. Well, that was later at 3 o'clock in the afternoon after I was done. So this is where I lost the $75 because I could not manage. And these were, would have been good trades. Because I couldn't move my stops to appropriate areas, which would be, under the cloud or under this level, and then I would manage from there, DCAing with just hitting the targets. And, here's my entry. These eventually would have won, you can see. But the stops were getting hit because I couldn't move them and barely getting hit. Like I was at 50. This hits 49 and goes my way. I was trying to fight out of it, but it was Ninja was locking me out. So all of this, more stops that got hit. And again, another stop. The way I trade it, if I'm in here, I'm adding, and then look what happens. So my direction was right, and that's what was going on. I was playing the level to level. And because I couldn't manage the trades, it was, and it adds up quickly. It was down $75 in the blink of an eye. So I stopped trading this chart and said, all right, it's $75. I'll get that back. And it sucks because I wouldn't have lost the trade, managing it the way I do. Let me see what went on here. Yeah, it was here. MNQ, so still dealing with that. Yeah, this is all wrong. I don't know what all these trades are. But that's not the real data. I'm just looking for what I was sharing. Yeah, this was legit. I went over to MES at 9:47, and these were interesting trades. The data was working good on MES for some reason. It was this chart here. What I did here was a 6-1 bar. Again, this is the first bar I learned from the company called QuickPop, and this is pretty similar to the charts that they still use. I'll stop in the class from time to time. I think 47. Okay, so I was wrong on this trade, but I ended up getting almost the whole, most of the $75 back on it. What was going on? I seen VWAP here. This is VWAP, and it's VWAP from the 123 trading. When I seen this hold, I was thinking, all right, we're going back to this level, and it didn't quite hit it here, so I figured it was going to second touch was going to go. We were green here when I got in. It was green, and I got in, and you can see it didn't work out. So I add in here, next level, and really, if I'm in here, I'm in here, and I'm out there. Breaking even here, 3 or 4 points on that. I'm out of the trade with a win. Well, it doesn't happen. Well, what's my next game plan? This is the next level, and generally get bounces at these levels. So it's a perfect add at 8. And it really didn't go much. So perfect add, and you can see it roars right back. Big trade there. So you're talking almost 10 points here, which is $5 per point. So a good 50, 60 bucks, and I got, 1 point. Yeah, so even if you got 10 points altogether, 20, this is $50. Almost that whole $75 drawdown was just from that trade. Same thing here. Once this broke, I was like, oh, we're going to this level. Well, that didn't happen. Well, what do you do then? Now you're just trying to get out of the trade. I didn't get out here. So I added in another one at this level, which was how many points away? 4 points away. It doesn't look like a lot, but that's 4 points right there. I was, yeah, in at 20, in at 15, 5 points away. And then I was confident we were going here. And luckily it did blast through VWAP. If it hesitated at all, I would have got out, but it just flew right through. I mean, you could look at my timer there. It's on 9:52 and 27 seconds. That's how quick this moved. I couldn't even do anything. That is crazy. I probably couldn't even touch this. It was 1 second from here, 25, 27, 1 second from here to here. But it was, I probably couldn't touch my target, but that was a monster trade. 15 and 20. That's so weird. It's out at 19, but the price is at 30. It's just showing how messed up data was. Well, whatever it was, I probably did get out here. It looks like I got that much, but that's the proper trade management. Like, I didn't do anything wrong there. Break even on that one, 5 points on that one. So good trade. And I think I was pretty much done with ES, and then I tried to figure out, what to do. This was just a hard down move. Once the level broke, I played it here. Again, very happy with this exit in trade management. Once the whole number broke, I played it. This is standard deviation 1, and usually get a reaction there. So it was a perfect exit. I probably
order submitted.
Put my target right there. I'm trying some automation here. It already won the first trade. It's supposed to be at the end of the candle. See, it's at a level of support this. I'm not crazy about the trade. It did break it a little bit, which means it should come down. I think it won. Yeah, it won this trade. But it's supposed to be 1-to-1 ratio. It's supposed to be at the end of the bar here. That's where it should be. And it goes 1-to-1. So it looks like it's 1-to-1. It's just not putting the stop in the right spot. So that's something we're working on. You can see it's in the sim. So, all right, back to the chart. So what I did was I have a 12-2. I wasn't trading that one. That was acting up. So I went to this chart. The 8 bar seems like it was working better. So I was able to get through on this one. And let's look at the trade report here. So MES, I was done with MES by 9:56. And what time did I go back to MNQ? Yeah, right after, well, I don't know what that is. That wasn't even my trade. It thinks it was my trade, but it was not part of the record. I started probably here. So let's look at this. Usually I don't trade that close to 10 o'clock, but I was stuck in it for a bit. Let me see if that's a real trade or not. I don't even know what's real and what's not. Yeah, this is the chart that was letting me trade. Trying to figure out what I was doing. All right, so yeah, once this level went, entry, just playing level to level. So I was using some of this automation on it. I don't want to activate it because I'm still on the real account here and the market's open after hours. So it says I was in this trade until 10:03, and you can see I was in there for 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't know what this is here. It says target, but where did I enter? Oh, I see what it actually was going short here. And I might not have been able to manage this trade because I would normally add in and take profits here. So I was probably locked out of this trade right here. And I got to add in one, but that's it. So I got 3 contracts. I'm stuck, can't touch the trade. My targets must have been here, frozen, but they got hit and they got out. So it was a good winning trade. I would have won it here. Luckily, now if this would have kept going up, I could have blew the accounts because nothing was working. I don't even know what the stops were at that point. if they, but Ninja was just frozen. So again, just dealing with that, working through it. And I was green at this point. I was considering stopping for the day. Yeah, I took a break for 10 minutes. I was probably testing some things out. So 10:10, I come in again, then 10:14. And I was trading that 8 chart, not the 2. I was trading this one. So no trades until 10:10. All right. And yeah, again, so we turned green, and then I played the levels now. And I think I'm still entering, getting out at the level. So perfect, execution, both contracts out, 6 points each, 12 points is, $24. Here's another one. I was playing, it was going to bounce up. It was struggling here a bit, and I just hit close. And I got, still got 8 points, the $16. So 24 and 16 is $40. It's almost, if I'm going for 200 for the day, it's almost a quarter of daily goal. So it doesn't look like a lot, but it is. So 14 is the next trade. Again, cloud turns red. I don't immediately go in. I usually play the pullbacks, take the shorts. But the market was moving so quick, it was hard to do that, and I was a little worried about it. So I was using some automation. So what I was doing here, if I had this on auto, and then I hit sell reversal bar, right? So if I see, I could have did this on anyone, but I must have waited. And I could see right here, when these turned yellow, if I got a reversal bar, I wanted to be short up here, going from here to here. And you can see it did exactly that. The only problem with this indicator, if I don't click off of this when the trade is activated, it will take another reversal bar. And I've got caught like that a few times. And luckily it works well, and it usually wins, or I can manage out of it. But like, I don't want, you can't get caught like that, because one time you're going to get caught in a bad trade, and you're going to take a big loss. So that's how this trade was activated, and right at the levels. This is VWAP, so I was playing from here to VWAP, and I did good, going a few points in front purposely. And it looked like eventually 4 contracts. So I think actually what happened, I never shut it, and it must have gotten to another trade. Either that or I did it. But I normally wouldn't go short here. Oh, I went short here. So this was a losing trade. It was a losing trade. I don't know how I got in that trade, but it could have been automation. I could have had like this one, like this signal. I think that's what it did. I might have had this signal clicked, because there's an arrow right there. And that would get you in a short. I would never short into VWAP, because why? Look what happened, losing trade. And again, I probably, if I was able to manage this, like it stopped me out at 24. Well, if I'm in this trade, my stop is at least here. And it was right. I would have won the trade. So again, getting used to the automation, not, forgetting to shut this off, all things, to take note of, and lucky that I got through it. So losing trade, because mistake of keeping this on and being locked out of moving my targets and stops, or it moved so fast I didn't have time to move it. But that looks more like it nailed me, because I didn't have time to do it. Yeah, took another long break here. Again, considering being done. So then I see this move, and normally I would go short here. Well, would I really? No. Yeah. Break a VWAP, touch and go. I didn't do that. But when I saw it break here, looks like I was ready to go. Yeah, right above, right here. Playing it to this level. And again, I was really hyper on exiting, because I didn't trust, I might not have been able to move my targets. You can see I hit close to get out. Normally I'll put my targets here, but probably was having some issues. So able to work through it. Again, I wasn't angry. The mindset. People tell me I'm supposed to keep trying. Like, how are you feeling during that trade? And I'm like, this is Ninja Trader. This is what we have to deal with if we want to be a professional trader. You have to work around issues, and it's exactly what I did. Worked around it, and traded well. So Sucks we're dealing with this, but it's part, you have to be willing to accept this and expect issues to happen. And then your mindset
Order
will
filled.
fix itself. Now, we're going to lose that trade. I think it won that trade. Look at that. Oh, good news. 2 trades. It was set on $300. Closed. It says kill switch activated true. So there you go. Beautiful long, beautiful short. So something I'm working on. It's not perfect because the stop was not in the right place, but nonetheless, won the trade. Both trades. So good, pretty good automation there. And let's just look at this again. 15, 26. I don't think I traded much more. I don't even remember trading here. How late did I go? Yeah, jumped in again. I don't even know if I really took those. So yeah, it was an hour break after 10:30. Like, I mean, look at this, it's all mixed up. Timing. So I'll just scroll through the chart and see if I can recap. And I think I was trading on the 8, this one. Another good win. Again, entry. Looks like I was manual at target. Really quick scalps on a day like today, especially with this crazy market. You don't want to get caught in news or things. I tend to get in and out as quick as I can. And going for 200 a day, with this strategy. And again, I'll walk through just for myself. The rules are color change. This would be, now, for me, I don't really want to short into a level unless we were clear to the level. So I didn't take that. If anything, I like this one better, but again, I didn't take that. And, because you have an overall picture when we're up today. So I like the long better. So there's 2 pullbacks here. Here's one, if you're not quick enough to get it. So the move would be, you see green. When you see a purple bar, you hit buy reversal bar. You'd be in here. If you missed that one, you could take a second one, and I do like this one. Why? Level here. The other thing about this that saved me, and I'll see if I can find an example of how it saved me. Normally, I would just have a, just put a buy limit right there, or I would just hit buy ask when price came to here. The only problem is if there some news or something violent which has been going on, it could just blast 50 points down. And now I'm stuck in this trade. If I am buy reversal bar and this blows here and then this turns red, I'm not in that trade anymore. I disengage it, and it happened a few times already where it protected me from getting in a trade that I would normally be in, and I'd have to try to manage out of it. So this system, the new updated way I'm trading, has a couple of safety nets in there, and it's already worked. I love this strategy because it's such an easy visual strategy, even for a newbie, which I consider myself. So there you go. I didn't take it because of the data issues. Here it is again. So again, we turn red. I don't automatically jump in. If I was going to jump in, once I see this bar break, I could play from here to here, but I didn't even do that. The real setup is the pullback. When I see a yellow bar, sell reversal bar. I'm in right here. Boom. You're in. And 7 points is a winner with this ATM. I'll just show you real quick. That's the setup. 28 ticks is the winner, and then it, follow stop kicks in. You don't lose the trade no matter what. And I like trading like that. You could play these pullbacks, and sometimes I do, but really it's all about the first touch. It happens a lot with the small bar like this. So this was it. I'll scroll a little bit more. I really was kind of done for the day, up 2 and change, which is the goal. Easy one here, just hard spike up. I didn't even wait for the pullback. Why? Because this broke. Once this breaks, we're going here. And, probably got, another 10, 20 points there. I mean, this was a great exit there, too. Okay, same concept here. The great thing about this is say you were thinking short. Well, it turned red, but the pullback comes and it turns it green. So the short is off the table. Your long, it's still green, is on the table. And I didn't take it here. I waited to see this move. I was probably confident we would go in here because it broke here. Usually when it breaks here, it's gonna touch there before it does anything else. And I didn't exit there, but look at, like, if you exit it, number one, hole number 60, right? I'm at 59, 58. That's where I should have been. That's 20 points away. But the day like today, I was taking profit sooner than later, especially with the data issues. So again, left a lot on the table, but I was pretty much at goal for the day, and I was just piling on a couple here and there. Same move again. It was red here, but when I seen it struggling and it come back up, usually it means it's going back here, and played that again. So all these winning trades. This was interesting. Even though we were up, this is VWAP. Generally, price will not automatically beta, so I just hit buy ask right there, going for a quick scalp. It stalled a little bit, so I only took 2 or 3 points, which was probably a good move. I would have got more, but it's a risky trade to just enter like that because it could have blasted through, and eventually I think it did. But winning trade, even though I didn't get as much as I should have. But being real conservative on a day like today. No, that was it. It's 12 o'clock. Something at 104. I don't know if that was a real trade or not. Yeah, it was. Let's see what I did. Yeah, this was heavy consolidation. When it broke, it looks like, even though it wasn't red yet, I might have hit sell reversal bar right there. And a decent trade. So I added up a little bit more. I think that was it. So the verdict was we think it might have been the Ludwig levels that was causing the slowdown, because contacted NinjaTrader to tell them what was going on. They say go through your indicators one by one and see what happens. So when I did that, when I put the Ludwig levels on, it did slow down. I contacted them, and they're going to check it out for me. But this is what I haven't had on there. Well, the Ludwigs are off now. So that's when the slowdown started. So we don't know if it was just a bad load today or what happened, but I'll keep you posted on that. But I'm excited about the new way to trade, and I think it kind of works all day. Although this looks like it would have been a loss, but not if I would have DCA'd it. I'm trying to figure out a one contract NQ where you're, but it probably wouldn't be this bar. The bar I actually like. I didn't use the 12-2 because the 12-2 was giving me problems today. This is the 4 bar. That's close to a 12-2. That's the 8. 12-2. This is the one I probably want to trade. And I feel like the trends are real good on this. Let me go to 10 o'clock. Generally won't trade till after 10. Right, so here, short, you got 6, 7 points. Now you're going long, you're playing the pullback. See, here you go. If I'm in here and I hit buy reversal, it won't get in a trade until here. But once this turns red, I'm clicking out. I'm not taking that long, and it probably won, but you can see it struggled. You only got 5 points. So I'm going for 7. I might have got it. I would have got it here, but who's to say that, with NQ, this could have went 50 points down, and I wouldn't be in the trade because the way I'm doing it now, I'm not automatically getting in at the levels anymore. I'm letting the automation get me in and protect me. This one, it turns red. Do you want to take this far of a pullback because it's almost above the level, so not the ideal setup. Here you go, it turns green. You're waiting for the pullback. I pulled back. So again, I like this, and I would have went by reversal if it were to reverse here. Once it comes below it, I'm not taking that trade anymore. Now we turn red. This legit could be the trade, and it did. You did win that one. That was at least 7 points. Here's another one. You turn green. And I'm thinking a length of the bar from 7. It's 6 points. 1-to-1 ratio. Even if you go for 5 points, it's $100 a trade. Looks like I just entered there. I don't even think I was on a different chart, so of course it looks different on a different chart, but it was good. Trend was up. It was going up. And I got it right there. Again, the real way is let it go. You're playing the pullback. It looks like these would have did pretty good, and I'm going level to level. Yeah, legit, you could have took this. Another good one. So you see it wins way more than it loses on these. All of these. Like, when you're seeing this, I mean, these are all in play. And you're seeing the pullback to here, you'd go sell reversal. As long as it reversals and doesn't break the cloud, to me, it's a good trade, especially if there's no level like in the way. Like I'm going, this is 15 points right there. And then I got to learn to get more. Same thing again. You didn't really, it broke it a little bit. I'm not crazy because you're still in it, but you can see it was a good trade. This one, again, you're close to the level, but you got it. So these, again, all wins. That's it. And now you don't even think about longs until this turn green. And you can see it won. So that's the move. This is again, that cloud move. You turn green, pull back to the level, up, out. So, you're getting your 5 points on these. And, if you're only going for 200, you need 2 net trades. It's like sometimes I think maybe I should just leave the cloud on the chart and nothing else, because this might have prevented me from taking this trade into the level. But really, this is a win, and that's a win. Done for the day. Again, here, once it turns red, no longer looking for a long. If anything, you're looking for a short. Yeah, you could have, if you did go short, but again, I like to short at a level. I like to, the bar's got to be closing here. So I almost would wait for this to come down and maybe jump in. Then I might just sell ask as it's coming down to here. But it never did. And no trade, you never got to close up. No trade here because it turned green. You're not taking it. It might have won. This one, yeah. So the real rules are you're green, pull back. You can be in here, you can be in there. First touch, second touch. Generally, I'm doing first touches, but it really depends on a lot of factors. Again, red, you can see how many more you win. That's why I'm thinking 6-point stop, 5-point target. 2 net trades, you're up 200 on a 25K. It's really all you need. And you're done. Again, I love this because, look, no long trade because, that's why I don't like just taking this. You want the first touch because it wasn't really a legit trend. This one maybe, yeah, and let's see what happens here. Yeah, so this is more like it. But again, not crazy that you're in to the level here. Yeah, so it looks like I did take this. And again, a different chart is showing something different, so it must have been there. And it was a great, you can see it, the levels must have been the same because I was here to here. So depending which bar you're trading, like if I was trading this bar, I probably wouldn't have shorted there because it was green. But I don't know, what bar this is. I like this bar. Seems pretty clean, and most of the signals do win. Yeah, this was I like this because it's above VWAP. I like the longs here, and you can see, depending on how you manage these trades, I would have won. If I'm using micros, I win these trades because I'm managing the trades differently. If I'm doing NQ, I can't manage like that. So anyway, that's that.